What can the great psychologist Erik Erikson's intimacy versus isolation normative stage model teach us about people with mental and physical disabilities? Erik Erikson was a German born American developmental psychologist. He looked at the different stages that people went through, from childhood to adulthood, and he made observations about the things that help people pass successfully from one stage to another. For example, he asked himself, what leads to psychological maturity as people transition from childhood to adults? After studying the psychosocial development in adolescence, he concluded the following: psychological maturity was dependent on discovering one's identity, becoming independent from parents, developing a system of values, forming meaningful relationships, and becoming an active member of one's community. He also concluded that if a person is excluded from their society, they may not reach psychological maturity. Which brings us to people living with disabilities. Unfortunately, often people living with mental or physical disabilities are excluded from their community and their society. But on Martha's Vineyard, we are lucky enough to have a program called Daybreak. Daybreak is a socio-emotional community-based center where people with severe mental disabilities can go and participate in a work-ordered day with other members of the clubhouse. The Daybreak Clubhouse is actually a one-room community center in Woodlodge Marketplace, remodeled to specifically meet the group's needs. It is bright and cheerful, with a large communal table for art projects or group discussions. They also now have a full kitchen where members prepare and sit down to a communal healthy lunch, which, during the summer, often includes ingredients from their own small vegetable garden, which members plant and tend. All of these activities specifically reinforce the life skills that will greatly improve the quality of the lives of the members. Let's return to Erikson's psychological maturity chart. This would include discovering one's identity, which members are encouraged to do by setting and monitoring independent goals, which they deem worthy with a counselor. Daybreak also helps people apply to assisted living so they can live independently from their parents. Daybreak also has strict rules about treating other people with respect and working on integrity to help members develop a system of values. And group activities, like going off island on trips or cooking a communal daily lunch, help members form meaningful relationships with both other members and people outside of the group. And lastly, by offering transportation and support, Daybreak helps its members become active members of the community. For example, each month the members of Daybreak volunteer at the food bank, where they participate handing out food to people in need. Psychological maturity is important for any of us to have a happy and healthy life, and Daybreaks assures that its members have what they need to pass through the stage successfully. Thank you very much.